back and I'm here to do another What Are You Trying to Manifest reading. So in this reading, we're going to find out what you're trying to manifest. We're going to find out what God wants you to know about this. And then we're going to find out some information on the pathway to achieving this goal. Okay? So, Most High, what is this person trying to manifest, please? Okay, let's see. Okay, you're trying to manifest summer. Interesting. Sound like something I would do. Okay, summer. And then we have the ethos card. So that to me speaks of love. There's something written on it. It says, in perfect love, in perfect trust, 8 words the Wiccan read fulfill. And ye harm none, do as ye will. And ever mind the rule of 3. What ye send out comes back to thee. Follow this with mind and heart, and merry ye meet, and merry ye part. So summer. Okay, and then we have prosperity. I hope you got that. Let me try and read it again. I don't really speak that language, but it makes a lot of sense. I get it. It said, in perfect love, in perfect trust, 8 words the Wiccan read fulfill. And ye harm none, do as ye will. And ever mind the rule of 3. What ye send out comes back to thee. Follow this with mind and heart, and merry ye meet, and merry ye part. There we go. So summer, you're trying to manifest summer. What is summer? Summer is warmth. Summer is, you could say, harvest time. Because if you look at the summer cards, the summer card is quite fruitful. All these flowers, they've actually come into bloom. It's not the beginning. It's actually like reaping, or not even reaping, but seeing the manifestation. And then we have the love card. So you're hoping to manifest just fairness, good treatment in general with all people and all things. You want to give out love and you want to receive love and prosperity as a general. Let's see what comes next. We have union. That talks about partnerships. It doesn't have to be romantic, because I'm not feeling like this is romantic. This is very wide. The ethos card is very wide, or ethos. Let's see. Then we have intention. And then we have power, fertility, passion, masculine, grounding, secret, balance. I'm just getting that your desire is a general one. It's like you want to heal the world. It's like you want to heal the world. Make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are, people dying. If you care enough for the living, make it a better place for you and for me. I think that's what you're after. Wow. It's not impossible though. A lot of people will laugh if you say this, but it's not impossible, because creating heaven on earth is as simple as making a decision. It can happen just like this. Because what is hell? Hell is the negative sides of life. What is heaven? Heaven is the positive sides of life. So if everybody choose within themselves to do the positive, right away we create heaven on earth. This whole earth will be different. It will be transformed immediately. You start seeing the changes and feeling the difference. So it's not impossible, but it's for every person within their self to make that decision to want to go in the positive direction. So hold on to your vision and lead out by example, but not to the point where you allow people to take advantage of you, because when people find people in that kind of positive energy, they usually think that you're a jackass. So you might have to switch it up on them sometime just to bring things back into balance, and then get back to your grace. Lead by example, because there are people that will be watching you who believe in the same things that you believe. I mean, we don't want the earth to be, well, me personally, I don't really want things to be perfect, but we need to make some improvements. It's getting a little bit too far out of alignment with good order, The negative is overtaking the positive. Not to say that it has any power, really. Because even if there's a little tiny drop of positive, that makes a change. Ripple effect. You see? So there's always hope. But right now there's just too much negative. Pollution, lies, manipulation, sufferation, abuse. It's too much negative and not enough positive. So we need some people willing to put in the work to bring that back into balance. So your desire is not far out of reach at all. But it starts with self, Yeah, there's that union again, the Two of Cups. Yeah, there's that union again, Two of Cups. Partnerships. There you go. Partnerships, you want harmony between, from one to another. You want harmony. Yeah, that is your wish, the Nine of Cups. That's a very special desire. I don't know which part to hold the card, okay? That's why I keep putting it here and there and everywhere. But I think it's down here somewhere for these cards, because they're shiny as well. There we go. Yeah, that's your wish. Yeah, it's too much fighting. Yeah, you want people to be more nurturing and caring toward one another. Let me show you how I figured that out. So we got the Nine of Cups. That's your wish, okay? Okay, let me put them back in order. So we got the Nine of Cups here. And then that talks about your personal wishes. Then we got the Eight of Wands. Talk about communication, Then we have the Five of Wands. So that's not peaceful communication. That's communication that causes conflict. Okay. And the Knight of Swords, as you can see, if you could see it clearly, this person is rushing in on a horse with a sword up in the air, like he's ready to do some damage. Yeah, so that's more conflict. But then we have the Six of Cups coming next, which is the opposite of all that conflict. If you could see it clearly, is a one child giving another child a bunch of flowers as kindness there, and that will hold back, as you can see, he's holding on to these coins, hold back this confusion, this mess. So instead of the war, you want people to be kinder to each other so that we can come out of this confusing state. And you want people to take the initiative with the Emperor card that's taking charge to be this energy, the Queen of Pentacles energy. The Queen of Pentacles is someone who is stable, mentally stable, physically stable, someone who's got their stuff together, you know, someone who cares not only about herself or himself, but also others. So you want you want people to take charge, to find that nurturing side of their self, to nurture not only their self but others as well. So yeah, and after that we have the Sun. That will bring the happiness. Let's see. So yeah, I'm liking this. I have to make a note. So I know what to title this one. Alright, now let's see. Let's get all the information we're meant to gather. Excuse me. The loneliness card wanted to be noticed, by the way. That's why I was looking at. Because with all, you don't feel like you could trust anyone. The world becomes a lonely place because people are they're too concerned with their own self-interest. They don't really care to share, and they don't have faith. They don't have faith and they don't have hope. They think that they have to do everything themselves, but everything for themselves. They don't. So it's like by thinking that you have to do everything yourself, it creates a dog eat dog type of world. It creates that crab in a barrel type of effect, because it's like everybody wants to be on top, so that people don't care who they have to step on and who they have to hurt in order for they themselves to be on top. But if we had faith in the power of God, in the power of the universe, whatever you ascribe to, whether it's whatever religion, it doesn't matter. There's only one God. So if we had faith in that power, then we would know that we don't have to be stepping on others in order to get ahead, because whatever belongs to you or me or anybody is going to be given to that person. And even when we fight, what is yours is still yours. Nobody can fight your destiny away from you. Nobody can change what belongs to you. Whatever belongs to you will always make its way to you. Whether it's an animate object or an inanimate object, it will always find its way to you, no matter how long it takes. Because the energies are connected. I guess the fighting type kind of make life fun, you know. I personally, I wouldn't go out there and create the conflict. Okay, usually I won't go out there and create the conflict, because some people deserve. Sometimes offense is your best defense. So sometimes it's time to do that, but I wouldn't go out there and start the conflict. But personally, I like fixing it. I appreciate the challenge, because when it gets too heavy for me, I pray so I can manage. So I have a love for the chaos and the conflict, and when it becomes too much, it's too much. But a little bit of chaos and conflict, it keeps us alive, you know. So we got health here. And then we have friendship. So it's the same thing. It's the same message that's coming out of all these. You want, yeah, freedom and balance. You want to heal the world and make it a better place. So let's see what this deck has to say. That's what you want to manifest. We are all only responsible for our own self. So although you want to heal the world, you just have to keep carrying that energy. Everybody has to make that decision for themselves to make those choices. Okay? So don't allow yourself to want it so badly that you want to force people to make that decision, or else that creates discord in itself, and that could create fighting and animosity. So you have to let people freely choose. And enough chaos and conflict usually make people want to change their ways. So there is method to the madness. When things get hard, when things get a certain level of hard, it make people want to change their ways and not repeat certain things again. So just give it time. That's what I'd say. Keep doing what you're doing, being who you want to be. Like I said, be that change you want to see in the world without making people take you for a fool. And watch everything else fall into place slowly. Okay. Complacency. Complacency is you feeling like, kind of like, comfortable. Things aren't ideal, but they're not happy, but they're comfortable. They're settled. Yeah, the passion is not there. Despondence. Yeah, so the passion is in between these two negative cards. So you got complacency, passion, and despondence. So perseverance is needed for the expansion. Follow your instinct and it will lead you to joy. All right? So yeah. So you notice that there's a complacency. People are happy with mediocrity. Ugh. Yeah, I see it too. They're happy with mediocrity. They're happy with being a bad bitch or a cold nigger. They're just happy with devil vibes, you know. But it's alright, because God has a way of giving us what we want and whipping us with it. And suddenly we realize that what we wanted isn't what we needed at all. I hope I'm making sense to you. So, let's see what God wants you to know about this. Where do we find that information? Yeah, sometimes God give us exactly what we want just so that we could see that that's not what we really wanted in the first place. So let everybody go through their journey, because life is a journey for everyone. Let's see what God wants you to know about this. Just imagine the world if it was all perfect. It would be kind of pointless, be honest. I mean, maybe you need a break. Maybe you've seen too much trauma. I can understand that. But after a while, you get bored of perfection. I think Maybe you won't. I definitely will. Maybe I might have to turn a little devilish just to create some friction to like wake people up. I'm telling the truth. Because life is made for living. What is living? It's all those solving all these hard riddles, learning about what life actually is, getting up and doing stuff, going to exercise even if you don't want to because you know it's the right thing to do for your health. And these are all challenges. They make life interesting. They give us great stories, make great songs, great entertainment. You know, you have to pick the sense out of the nonsense and create something new out of it. Don't life is what you make of it, yeah? And all the rubbish that you see, if you were to apply your creative genius to it, I'm sure that you can find some beauty in it to keep you sane and keep you comforted while everybody else goes through their transformation, because we are naturally doing a transformation, you know, because we were not created to be evil. We were not created to be evil, but because we have such it's like the road is wide open, and because God is so kind of quiet and just laid back, people think that there's no consequences for their actions and whatnot, but the laws of the universe have already been set. And as we do what we do and we experience what we experience, we get to see those laws come into full effect. Yeah? So God doesn't have to do anything. We are the ones who have to do what we have to do. If that means pray for courage, pray for courage. If you find yourself in some kind of a traumatic, like somebody has a gun to your head or some shit, that's not the time to give up and say, oh Lord, why me? No. It's the time to start praying. Most High, I beg you, please control my actions and my speech so that I can be the winner in this here. Something like that. Ask for what you want. And know that you will be granted to. It's not time to be weak. So the world can be as crappy as it wants to be around you. Heaven is within you if you will allow it. You have the power to overcome every challenge that life can throw at you. Develop a personal relationship with the Creator, the head creator. So we have pride. Pride. What God wants you to know about this is pride. Yeah, a lot of people are being driven by pride because nobody wants to look like a loser. And in order to win, a lot of people do things that they wouldn't normally do. So pride plays a big role in the madness that we see here. It's all about image. I want people to see me as the boss, see me as successful, see me as the one with the power. Yeah, it's a power struggle. And we have gratitude. We have relationships. We have death. And then we have regret. So yeah, so the pride gets in the way, and then we have worry. Yeah, the pride gets in the way of good relationships. So let's say pride cometh before a fall. Yeah, so the pride interferes with really showing that gratitude for good relations, you see, and then that transforms the relations. So even though people are doing the dumb stuff that you see them do to get ahead of their family, their friends, their circle, they do the dumb stuff to achieve, but then they end up in regret. Well, it transforms their relationship, and then they end up in regret. And even though they may smile and wear their expensive suits and their cars and live in their big house, they're worried. And they're fearful. and then they have to worry about envy. So it's like they're walking their own self over the cliff. So like I say, just sit back. Everybody has to go through their journey. Yeah. The same things that they put in such effort to do, these negative things that these same people put in so much effort to do, it's gonna come back and bite them in the ass, and they will learn from the error of their ways. So just know what you're doing, yeah, and create heaven in your space, within yourself, in your environment, as much as you can. And let everybody else go through the lessons that they have to learn so that they will want heaven as well. And when I say heaven, I don't mean that physical place that they talk of in the sky, if there is such a thing. My personal belief is heaven is within us. Heaven is a state of mind. Heaven is a state of being. That's what heaven is. So it don't matter what's going on around you, you can be in a heavenly state. And once your mind is in a heavenly state, the rest of you is quite all right. That's what I think. Because they can kill the flesh, but they can't kill the spirit. And I believe in reincarnation, so you'll just get a new body and start afresh. I mean, enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride. And at the top of this deck, we have go with the flow. Yeah, basically go with the flow. Don't worry, you cannot allow yourself to want something for someone else more than they want it for themselves. Or else you'll only stress yourself out. Each person has to want to create heaven on earth for heaven on earth to actually manifest. Let's see what else God wants you to know about this. But I love your intention, you know. Your intention is a very noble one. But you have to approach it from a practical point of view. You have to be realistic with your expectations. You have to be realistic about your expectations and get to know the formula. It's a personal thing with each person. We can't do it for someone else, or else it would have already been done. Everybody has to make that decision for themselves. And it's only fair because that's why we're all given the gift of life. It's for us to do with it as we will. But remember the ethos. Merry ye meet, merry ye part. Do as ye will, but harm none. So as soon as someone harms another, the law of the universe start kicking in. You do the crime, you will do the time. So you don't have to worry about anything. Everything is already in place. And these people who decide to do what they do and think that God is not going to do anything, they have a very rude awakening coming. But everything in divine time. It's divine mathematics at work here. Okay? And what I learned about karma is even if we die without paying for things that we did in our life, when we come back into our new life, that karma follows us. Yeah, the story continues. When you come back, you meet upon the same spirits that you were dealing with in the former life. So, accept disappointments gracefully. The truth is just the truth. You only have control over yourself. You do not have control over other people. Okay? It's disappointing, but it is true. And the quicker that you understand that and accept that, the quicker you will find peace and joy within yourself. If you don't want to associate with certain people, places, or things, then don't. It is your life to govern the way that you see fit. Don't worry about who's coming on the path with you. Your people will find you because your souls are connected. That's what they call a soul tribe. And that's something else that I'm learning about, but it's just when you feel a connection to someone, Just because you were born into the same family as someone doesn't make them a part of your soul tribe. You may share blood, but you do not share spirit. You don't share heart. You don't share perception. You don't share philosophical understandings. You're different. You're too different to blend well. It's like mixing oil and water. Let's see, let's look at 2 more cards that come after this. Be true to yourself. So accept disappointments gracefully. Be true to yourself and nurture yourself. All right, and just look forward. That's the same thing I was saying to you. Just do your thing and face your shadow. Face those things that are negative within you that you don't like, those things that create the discord that you don't like in the universe. Face those things and fix those things and claim your art. All right, and whatever this art is, claim your art, and tune out distractions. So just what's the word, when you become excellent at whatever it is that you were born to do, whatever you love, just pay more attention to that and hopefully share it with the rest of the world, because I would really love to be entertained by whatever it is that you do. Whether it's, I don't know, whatever your talent is, claim your art. Okay, God said pay more attention to yourself. Yeah, become a beacon of excellence yourself, and that will inspire others. You see, divine mathematics. Don't talk to them and tell them, oh, change. No, you change you, and your excellence will inspire them to want to change themselves. So it's like reverse psychology type of thing, you know, sort of. Some kind of psychological, or like silent psychology. Yeah, just tune out distractions. Focus on yourself. And we have correct your mistakes so you can become a clear channel. All right? Yeah. We can't change others. We can't change ourselves, though. We can't make others brilliant, but we can make ourselves brilliant. So, yeah. All right, let's see what else God wants you to know about this. When I started on my journey, it took a very long time for me to find people whose interests were similar to mine. Because I love metaphysics. I love studying life. I love studying the creator. I love studying self. I love studying morality. I love trying to understand things from a divine judicial perspective, because I don't really care about the laws of the land because they're biased, they're not fair, but the laws of the universe are just. And if we can understand those, then we can understand why certain things take place. Even without knowing the backstory, we know that, okay, something happened there, something either happened or something is about to happen. Well, anyway, the whole point is I love to study all these things, and it was hard to find someone else who I can bounce my ideas off of. But I just do it within yourself. Talk within yourself. Think about these things by yourself. Yeah, until you find people who are of your soul tribe. Do it yourself, which is good because then you get to formulate your own individuality, so that Because we all have flaws. So even those people who are part of your soul tribe, they're going to have ways that you don't really agree with. And to stop yourself from being sucked into those negative ways, if you get to know yourself and establish your your belief system, or your moral system, if you establish that, then you won't be able to be swayed this way or that way without you consciously making a decision to do so, you see. So if you have to spend time by yourself, it's a blessing. You should use it wisely. We have self-worth. Yeah. Know your self-worth. So it's all about focusing on yourself. Divine love and magic and wish. Yeah. So focus on all those wonderful things within yourself. Discover the divine love within yourself. Discover the magic within yourself. Discover the wishes that are worthy of your time and effort. Doesn't make sense to spend time wanting things that are not. Well, you don't want to mess with anybody else's free will. It's not, I don't think it's according to universal law, I don't think that it's a good thing. I think that it's actually an offense to mess with someone's free will. So you may have good intentions, but if you try too hard to sway them, if you try to sway them by force, that's the one. If you try to sway them by force, then that's infringing on the next person's free will, and it's an offense. Okay, we have reconciliation. We have flirt. We have release your ex. Love yourself first. Call in your soulmate. And let your friends help you. So this is basically saying the same thing that I've been saying to you. It's talking about reconciliation and flirt. So to me, the reconciliation is talking about reconciling with yourself, because we have the flirt coming up next, and then we have release your ex. So anybody from your past, it can't be those people. So the reconciliation has to be with yourself. That's why after the release your ex, we have love yourself first, and then call in your soulmate, which is calling in your soul tribe, those who are on your soul level, and they will be your friends. Let your friends help you. So it's about reconciling with your own self at this time. Yeah. And then let all those people go that are not on the same path as you are. That don't mean that you don't have to love them anymore, or you have to be mean to them or anything like that. But you do have to, you want good for them, but they don't see things the way that you see things. So it's either you let them live their life the way that they choose, and there'll be peace within you. Deal with them only to the degree that you know you can both see common ground, or where you both are on common ground with each other. I'm sorry for my speech if I'm confusing you. But yeah, so respect the commonalities, acknowledge the differences, and deal with each other only as much as you need to or can do. Other than that, take yourself away to your own spot and build yourself until your soul tribe come. So once you start giving off that energy, your divine energy, it will attract those other divine beings to you. Those who It will attract those other people who are in their divinity, or who are trying to build or establish their divinity. Okay, so like attracts like. So if you give off that energy, it will attract that energy back to you. But if you're always if your energy is always muddled with the negativity, because you're trying to get your people to see sense and they won't see sense, so you're always stuck in that frustrated kind of energy, that's what you'll be giving off, and that's what you will attract more of. So reconcile with yourself, center yourself, okay? Claim your art, all right? Accept those disappointments gracefully, establish yourself, build it, and they will come. And I'm talking from experience. Most people in this world don't have these kind of aspirations, wanting to make the world a better place. Most people in this world is not so considerate of others. They're very selfish. So the chances of you finding people who are on the same wavelength as you is gonna be small. Not impossible, but small. How are they gonna find you? By the energy that you give off. So the first thing you have to do is get yourself in that energy. Okay? Decide on your path and walk it. So let's see. Let's get some information on the pathway to achieving this. I need to have some breakfast. I notice with these readings, most of my cards come from here. I think I've been over here like once. It's very interesting. That's saying something about the information that's in the cards that I would like to look into. See, if I was to talk this thing with somebody, they'll think, what kind of a boring conversation is this? What are you talking about? That's my point. I find it important to me. Yeah, so I'll just do the research on it myself. Yes, the energy has been just over here. Okay, at the bottom of the deck we have courage. So we have balance and change. Balance and change. So the balance is talking about reconciling with yourself. And the change is knowing the efforts that you have to stop putting your energy into, the people that you should stop putting your energy into, the things that you should stop yourself from wanting for others. Bring it all back to yourself, and it will affect other people, because when people see the difference that it makes in your life, the right people will also want to find their inner peace and find their purpose and find that spirit of harmony. Okay, also, so it starts within you. Courage, we got blame, transformation, death, sorry, same thing, transformation. Then we have surrender, doubt. Okay, so there's some doubt here, probably in the other people, because after doubt we have friendship. So they're not sure if that's the right path for them. Growth. They're not sure if that's the right path for them. So you just have to lead out. You lead out, and they will follow. Build it and they will come. Those who are supposed to come anyway. Those who are supposed to change and get on that path, they will do. Those who are not ready to do so, they just won't do that. And it's okay. It's their personal choice. They have to make their own mistakes and learn from them. And to be honest, the mistakes that we make in life, have you ever noticed how it builds our character? We may not live the best life, we may do some naughty things or whatever, but naughty things can also be used for good things. So the skills that we learn in our years when we're being naughty, we can still use them in our years when we're being good to make our lives better. So it will be wise to allow everybody to be on their journey. God has great things planned, you know. God's got it all under control. Because you don't know what the future holds, and you don't know what skills are gonna be necessary in the future. So let everybody learn what they're supposed to learn. Let everybody follow the path that they're supposed to follow, so that they can be ready for the challenges of the future. Okay, so we have the Emperor. Talk about taking charge to bring balance, bring peace. This is the Temperance Angel. If I can get to show you, it's an angel. There we go. It's an angel. And they're pouring one thing into the other, creating that balance. So taking charge to become balanced, and we got balance come out in the first deck as well. And communicate, Page of Wands, communicate with love, King of Cups. Don't force. No force. No force. And we have the Knight of Wands at the bottom of the deck that talks about being in and out. If people are in and out, allow them to be in and out, because they're probably just testing the waters to see if this is for them or not. It's something new to them. Because the radio, the TV, the books, everything, they're geared at negativity. They're geared at straying people away from what is divine. You're fortunate to be on this path. You are actually an ascended one. You're in a higher grade than most around you, okay? So allow them to be in and out. Allow them to be in and out so that they can decide. Okay? Yeah. So it's like they'll start it with the Ace of Wands there, and then they'll get tired. See how his head is bandaged up and everything? Get tired and stop. Come to a complete halt. And that's gonna be heartbreaking. Yeah. But balance yourself and approach things with love, says the King of Cups. All right. Take charge. Take charge of your emotions. Yeah, because the Temperance and the King of Cups is about water energy, and water is representative of our emotions. So take charge of your emotions. Don't be upset with them. Don't be upset with yourself. If you choose to do something that doesn't make you feel worthy of what you're trying to achieve, or allow disappointments, okay? You're only human. And mistakes are a great way to learn. All right? So just go with the flow. Forgive yourself, forgive others. Be yourself and allow others the space to be their own self. That will bring you the peace that you need. And just develop your character in private, in your own space. If you don't have time for someone, don't answer their call. Show them that you take your path seriously. So if you're practicing your craft, now is not time for socializing. I'm sorry, I'm studying. I'm practicing. Sorry, I'll check you later. Show them that you're serious about what you're after, and they'll learn to respect your journey. And if they don't want peace in their life, you want peace in your life. And you must take the steps necessary to make it happen. When you take it serious, they have no choice but to take it serious. I want to see what that is. 7 of Spring. Be assertive. Don't back down from what you believe. Courageously stand up for yourself. Hold on. I want you to see it. And that card wanted to get noticed. 7 of Wands. Yeah. That's basically what I was saying. When you take it seriously, they'll have to take it seriously. And soon it will become clear to you and them that you're both on different journeys in life. There might come a time when your paths will cross again, because by your example, they will see the better way. So, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Prince of Autumn. It says dependable, protective, chivalrous, and humorous. It says cautious but wise action, meticulous attention to detail, kindness to others. I hope you can see the reading. Wow. There we go. Something like that. Yeah. So it's basically the same message that came out with the King of Cups and that. Kindness to others, cautious but wise action with the Temperance card. Okay. And we have the Ace of Wands to show itself again. It says, it's time to take action, be fearless, and happily pursue your most treasured dreams. Amazing career opportunities. And that's another thing too. When you change your energy to manifest what you want, the whole of the universe will slowly it will gravitate to you in the way that it will benefit you. So have faith in your journey. Just know that wherever the journey takes you, it's gonna help you to be a better one of whatever you're trying to make yourself into. Okay. And we have the Queen of Summer. It says loving, comforting, emotional, intuitive. Yeah, follow your intuition. It says listen to your heart. Intuitive insights you can trust. Taking care of others, perhaps too much. Trying too hard. I want you to see the writing on this card so you know I'm not bullshitting. Yeah, positive you have to. Yeah, and then we have the 10 of Cups, 10 of Summer. An emotionally fulfilling life with family or friends, raising children wisely, people you can trust. Yeah, so You don't have to give up your family, you don't have to give up your clique, but just know that there are times where you need to go your own way so you can fulfill who you are, and they need to go their own way so that they can be who they are. And when the time comes for you to meet up, you meet up, you do whatever you do together, and then everybody go back to their respective corners doing their own thing. Let them be happy and you be happy. Wherever that common ground is, that's when you come together. Okay? C'est la vie. It's life. It's not a problem. Don't create discord, but don't let anybody take you for an idiot either. Don't create discord, but don't let anybody take you for an idiot either. There we go. So if you have to create discord in order to bring things back into balance, you do that. So let's see what else about the pathway to achieving this. Live and let live. So the pathway to this, we have the wild hunt. We got chariots in the sky, we got tower there. The wild hunt, yeah. You're hunting for what you need wherever you need to find it, really. The wild hunt. So it's like you never know where your journey is going to take you, and you have to trust that wherever it's taking you, whatever the circumstances, it's gonna be beneficial to who you are becoming, or who you're trying to become, what you're trying to achieve, which is healing the world. Making it a better place. Yeah, so the wild hunt is gonna, it's gonna take you to some places physically and possibly mentally, like asking questions, dreams, thoughts, maybe visions while you're awake will come to you, information will just come to you. Different avenues. It's gonna be a wild hunt. And then we have the Two of Wands. That's a lady up there waving goodbye. And she's by herself. What she got in her hand? I don't know what that is in her hand. But my attention was drawn to it. There's something. I don't know what that is in her hand. But maybe that's the message. You don't know where it's going to take you. But you just have to trust. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Pentacles. That's feeling inadequate, being in lack. And then we have the Moon. I talk about fears. Okay. And then we have the Three of Pentacles, which talk about working with others. So it's gonna separate you from people. That's why that lady being here by herself was so important. So whether you're male or female, it's a solo journey until you call in those soulmates by giving off that positive energy, that heal the world energy that you're after. Once you give off that heal the world energy, you will call in other heal the world energies to you. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so that's your pathway. It's a wild hunt and it's a solo journey for now. It's a solo journey, but you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it because it's getting you to where you want to go. It may not be easy. I don't feel like it's always going to be easy. You're not going to always understand. It's a quest. It's a quest. So the basis of this is it starts with you. Healing the world, making it a better place starts with you. Starts with self. Anybody who wants to do that must start with their self. We cannot force others to want that, okay? It's a personal choice that people have to make. Yeah. So, I'm a heal the world, make it a better place type of person. But I'm balanced as well because I like to feel alive. I like to feel it gives me purpose. The challenges of life, it gives me purpose from my own perspective. I'll share that with you. So I don't want things to be perfect because I can take a challenge. You know what I'm saying? I know that there's God there, and if I find things are too heavy for me, I pray for God's grace or God's courage or God's wisdom or God's strength or whatever I need from God, and it's granted to me because my trajectory is a positive one, you see. So it's like I have access to that kind of power because of what I give. I give out positive, so then I receive positive when I need it. Once that is on my divine path, because we don't always get what we want because there's always something better. When we don't get what we want is because there's something better. Remember that divine mathematics is at play. It's forever at play. So we might wonder why some things happen in our life or wonder why some things don't happen in our life. And just know that whether something happens or it does not happen, it is in our best interest for it to be the way that it is. We're not here to be quitters. We're not here to curse the divine or curse creation or curse others. These things should take place on very rare occasions because sometimes you have to snap at someone in order to bring things back into balance. But usually, not necessary. Divine law has got that covered. Just focus on you. Focus on your journey. Build yourself. Make yourself excellent. And all else will fall in to place around you. Okay? Because look at what your inspiration to even want something like this. It came from outside influences. You didn't just, I highly doubt that you just woke up and felt like, yeah, you need it to be a better place. And I'm sure that you've seen people who are of a better heart for you to be inspired to want to be like that. And now you're in the position to be that heart to inspire others. So it's very important that you get on your journey and you stay focused and achieve so that other people can see your light shining and therefore create that ripple effect. Okay? So I want to thank you so much for watching. I hope that you found this information helpful. And don't worry, everybody's on their own divine path. We will all meet up one day. Okay? Because in order for people to choose positive, sometimes things have to get really bad. Okay? That's just how some people work. Yeah, so when they feel like they can't take this anymore, they'll change. And then they'll be coming to you for advice on how do you live this life, What do you understand about this thing? How do we maintain this balance? Yeah, don't worry. When the pressure becomes too much for them, they'll follow they'll find your path. Yeah. Me, I'm balanced. I'm cool. I'm cool because I know I have God. Then you can lead them to God. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.